Good afternoon, good morning, good evening. This is another Tipsy conversation video, and I am one of the hosts, Eric.
Hey everybody, and I'm another host. My name is King Ebony E.
And you can follow me at ERD3248 at Tipsy Conversation on Instagram. And today's conversation is double standards. So, far as double standards go, males and females can have double standards of anything.
Okay, so the reason I told Eric about the double standards was because I came across this thing with little baby and his girlfriend or whatever, and how shortly after his birthday, this stripper, porn star, whatever, exposed him, saying he was paying so much for one to get some, get some poom poom and blase blase. And a lot of people trying to say, oh, he innocent. And some people saying, oh, she should leave. Then blase blase. He then said something like, how he should, you know, he gave an inch, and yet he should have never gave that inch, and it never went any further than just the inbox. And then he said something about like how hard he goes for his girl, and then don't nobody go harder than him. And it's just like, so she or any female is supposed to believe just because your dude goes hard for you, whether paying bills, buying you gifts, or the whole zhuzh or whatever, that's supposed to be acceptable. Like I don't get that. Like I never understood why dudes think when they do something that they supposed to be forgiven so easily. And no, it's not like that. If a female does forgive you, yeah, some females may just brush it off and give you whatever, but even then, I think that you should put forth the effort. And that's just not with buying me jewelry. That's just not with taking me out, taking me on trips, buying me flowers or whatever. Like, and you can't tell me or any female how long to be mad at you for, or to feel some type of way, or not to walk away. Like, I don't get that, because everybody knows, and this really is true. If the shoe was on the other foot, that dude will be gone, because he feel like, you giving what's his away. Well, aren't y'all supposed to be each other's because y'all made a commitment to be in a relationship? No, they're not married. But if I say I'm with you and I'm with you and I'm not doing nothing else, then it should be the same way reciprocated. I made a comment. Somebody said, well, the difference is just a nut. So I'm supposed to be okay with you, whether you had sex with this girl or not. I'm supposed to be okay with it because it's just a nut. Ain't no feelings involved. Ain't no feelings. I said that don't make sense, because if it's just a nut, then if you want to play the field, then that's a lot of people's problem. I'm not going to say just dude. I said people. That if you just want to play the field, what's wrong with y'all being honest? Be like, no, I don't want a relationship. I just want to do me. We could be cool. We could be kicking it or whatever. But I still want to go out here, blase, blase. So that way, whomever, whatever, don't get their feelings involved. And if you do get your feelings involved, then that way it'll be on you, because that person told you that they want to play the field. But I just don't understand why dudes think they can get away with a lot of things, and the female just supposed to take them back. And if the female was to do it, it's like good riddance, ho.
All right. On the other side of that spectrum, it's like dudes are more likely to get caught up than females.
But why would take the advantage to get caught up?
Because at the end of the day, a lot of guys, when they feel guilty, they will actually talk about it and they'll speak about it. Versus, hate to say females, females cover more lightly for their other female friends than guys do. And with that being said, Hell, it's a lot of females out here tricking off, and they guy don't even know they tricking off. Oh yeah, I'm going out with the girls for a girls' night, and they out tricking off. So
But I guess what I'm trying to get, okay, first of all, I don't condone cheating of any kind. And if you are going to cheat, I mean, you need to have all your T's crossed and all your I's dotted. Because I mean, and I feel like even if you do have your T's crossed, your I's dotted, whatever, however the saying go, eventually what's done in the dark will come to light. And that's just that. And like one of my favorite YouTubers say, either you're gonna pay on the front end or you're gonna pay on the back end. But on the back end, it comes with taxes. And I always refer to what's that show? Snapped or Love Affair? Some what y'all know them shows, whatever, where people people play with people's hearts and people's emotions, and then you expect for them not to act a certain way. Like love and feelings period can really get somebody really, really hurt. As you can see from those shows, those are two stories about people getting murdered because you want to play with their feelings. And I mean, if people were more in tune with who they want to be or what stage they are at in their life, then you can avoid, or not always avoid, because then you got some crazy people, definitely some crazy females that still gonna go off on the deep end. They still gonna go on the deep end no matter what you tell them, no matter what. They still gonna go off on the deep end. But I mean, it could be more avoidable. You know what I'm saying? Exactly, is my word. It could be avoided more. Um, and usually, I just don't. I just it just baffles me. Like, why even cheat? Why even get in a relationship or really or even get to the point where you got this person feeling you and it seems like you feeling that person um just to go out and go do something behind their back. I just don't get that. Like if your feelings change at any time, what's wrong with being upfront and honest?
well, from a guy's perspective, we think about it, but we move on physical emotion because I can tell you something two, three times and you don't react. And when you don't react, it feel like I'm being ignored. And there's plenty of women out here that's willing to do what you're not. Which it is still wrong to actually do it. But
It's one
ain't
thing to let your mind wonder. Well, if you had another female, and or put like this, even if you met a female, and let's say you met a female before the girl you're with, or you happen to meet both these females around the same time, but one of the females you're feeling more than the other, and it's like, would you say that the female that you with that you was feeling more than the other one, all of a sudden not really paying attention to you, and now you're thinking about, well, dang, I should have dealt with the other one because I know she was really feeling me, but it's just my thing. Go ahead.
my thing is getting to know your mate and who you with. Because at the end of the day, if you clearly don't have an understanding of everything in your relationship, it's bound to happen.
Cheating is
Because
bound to happen.
anything is bound to happen. Because males are physical what?
Go ahead.
Males are physical creatures and females are more emotional. So if y'all not feeling each other on some accord, y'all need to talk about it. And with sitting down talking about it and it don't happen, it needs to be like, okay, well, we not gonna work. So I'm gonna just exit the situation before I hurt the situation even more.
And if dudes, and I'll say even females, even thought like that more, than as far as on the crime side of things, there probably would be less. And people
How would
feel,
that be crime?
because I'm thinking like some people really go to extra mile. Like
Well,
I don't know what happened in this one particular situation, but this dude waited for this girl to come out of her parents' house after they broke up. I don't know why she broke up with him. I don't know why, but then he, shot her. Luckily, she survived. But it's just like in that situation, like I said, I don't know why they broke up, and some of y'all probably heard that story. But it's just like even if it was just over because it was just time to be over, like
well,
he still.
sometimes people wear their heart on their sleeve, and with the net, like somebody takes your heart off your sleeve and actually push it back in your chest, and you believe in that person, and they
Mhm.
turn around and rip it out again.
I get it, but I'm just saying back to like the double standard thing. I just
Cool. My bad, y'all, because we got the door open on the balcony and the thing,
hold up.
and it's cold outside. So,
Hookah smoke.
and
Um,
we all smoking hookah, and
I'm
Ebony
we're
is
smoking
not drinking today. She's drinking pink lemonade,
zero sugar by Minute Maid, and they're not paying us.
and I'm drinking peach. What is this called again? Pinnacle,
Pinnacle.
peach pinnacle,
I about to say
and
Pinnacle.
peach
That's
drink.
what Brittany, that's what Brittany called it one time. Pinnacle. Like what the
But
hell's Pinnacle?
that is my drink of the day. I like to call it peachy peachy. Whatever you want to call hers, that's hers.
Pink lemonade, zero sugar, Minute Maid.
Why you gotta be so cheesy?
Because you cheesy. But anyway, I just don't. You know, I've been um I've been cheated on before, and I had done now when I cheated. Yeah, I did that mess when I was younger. I'm talking about like in my teens though. So I've learned and grown from those situations, and me cheating again. No, I'm not. I'm not for that because it's wrong playing with people's heart, playing with people's emotion. I guess it's just more so the double standard definitely on the guy side. I just don't understand like guys will be like, oh, it's all right, you should accept him back. Go hard. Like how you say he go hard for his girl, like what is that supposed to mean? Like, did you not see Russell, Sierra, and Future? I mean, Sierra left Future and got with a I don't she got with a god, a king, like a true like that man loves that woman, would not do anything to harm her or anything. So it's like if she was to leave Lil Baby or any woman in any situation like that, trust me, there's always somebody better. For one, you have to believe that you are enough and that you deserve better because trust and believe once you get there, you know that somebody better is coming than what you had. And it's sad that dudes don't think like you really got a good one. Why screw that up? Every relationship has flaws, and I mean things are being worked out. And I mean, if you can't work it out no more, then yeah, bounce. But don't sit there and go um, start being in people DMs and doing stuff like that because little harmless things, that little inch that you take that you thought was harmless, no, I I don't condone any. I don't feel like you should be in any woman inbox, especially if you're going with the wrong intentions. And no woman should be in any inbox if you're going with the wrong intentions. You should not be there.
And that goes vice versa for guys. Like, if a relationship going wrong, talk about it. And if she is not going to act upon it, exit the situation because there's thirsty people out here, like thirsty, thirsty. They're gonna hop in your DMs just to fuck with you. And at the end of the day, you ain't gotta entertain every situation because when you entertain every situations, that's lowering your standards. And when you lower your standards, that means you're willing to go for anything.
So what do you mean by you shouldn't entertain every situation? I feel like what okay, so let me ask, are you meaning like depending on how that person starts off the conversation?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like generally, everybody know a thirst trap from realness. You can start out real, but eventually it's gonna give signs to be a thirst trap. And if you're a person that get caught in the thirst trap, that's just fucked up. Because I've done it before and ain't been no excuse for it. Just been a fucking thirst trap, and that's been it.
Yeah, there really is no excuse for anybody to be cheating on somebody. And definitely when it comes down to double standards, I don't feel like I mean, I I know I done seen females do some shicey things, and I done heard about doing shicey things, and it really makes no sense. But especially like with dudes, is it's really hard to see a dude act like it's okay with what they did, and the female just supposed to take it. And it's like it seems like it's been like this since the beginning of freaking time. And that's why sometimes I hope that I do have a daughter and a son. And yes, I understand they have to be. I'm not. What I mean by raised different is one is a male and one is a female. There's some conversation had to be a little bit different depending on what the topic is. But I'm not going to sit there and thoroughly treat one way different than I do the other. Because what I expect from one child, I will expect the same from the other one. I'm not going to sit here and give my son condoms at 13, 14, be like, go out here. If I'm going to give him condoms, I need to go ahead and give her condoms. That's just how they go.
Well, at the end of the day, no child should be fucking at that age.
No, I'm
To be
saying they
honest.
shouldn't, but what I'm saying is a lot of fathers, oh, when their son, I guess parents can tell when their son is taking extra long showers or stuff like that or whatever, or I mean, of course, you're a man, so I'm pretty sure if we have a son, you probably could tell when he's starting to be curious or whatever like that. So I'm just saying though, kids are gonna do what they want to do. Hopefully, when we have kids, we just ask God to give us the right tools and the right words and whatever to pray over our child and raise them right or whatever. But I'm just saying, like, some people just really treat their sons way different than they do their daughters, and I feel like you should be hard on both sexes. At the end of the day, you can't.
True.
I mean, just how you want your son to be strong and be out there to protect like if our son and daughter were to go out, let's say go out to the mall or something, we expect since or some people expect since he's a male, he's supposed to protect, his sister. Well, no, I expect them both to be able to whoop some ass. I expect them both to be able to protect each other the exact same. I don't expect for my daughter to run and hide and shelter and cower in a corner like this and just let her brother be. No, I don't expect it. So what I'm saying is just like some parents just feel like sheltering their daughter, but letting their son go off and do whatever. Like, no. If you gonna, I feel like you give if you give him karate classes, give her ass karate classes. You gonna give him condoms, give her condoms. If you're gonna have this kind of talk with, because I mean they're both gonna be growing up to be adults, and it's like no matter what, people can go through the same things. The only thing that's different is their sex. We can go through the exact same thing. Why do I got to be treated one way and the other sex? Like, I don't get
You,
that.
you don't. It all comes with parenting, and with parenting, you literally got to sit down and talk to your children about what's going on in the world because everybody gonna see it through a different lens on how things go. So just make sure you talk to your kids about double standards and even in relationships and marriages, talk to your mate about what's going on.
Yeah, that's. I mean, that's really it. I just, I just know like if I had a son, I don't want you to have no sex with no female not until you're really certainly sure. And the same goes for my daughter. I want you to have sex until you're certain, that this person that this is the person you want to give it up to. Not saying you're gonna be with that person forever, because you got to be honest with your children. You know, you might not be with them forever. You know, I don't want to tell my son to go out here and get it on and get busy, but tell my daughter you got to save yourself for marriage. That's a double standard. That is not fair. If I'm gonna tell one to save themselves for marriage, I'm gonna tell the other one to save themselves for marriage. Like, if I feel like I shouldn't tell my son go out here and dog girls, but then tell my daughter over here, make sure that dude treats you like a gentleman, opens your door and pulls out your chair. I'm gonna tell my son, you better open up that girl door, you better pull out her chair, like. But I mean, I feel like it starts from there because you got to raise these little people to be better, and through the stuff that you've been through, you know. So it's just double standards. It goes so well. I ain't gonna say it goes so deep, but it just goes. You know, it feels like dudes get away with a lot of stuff, and a real man should be able to own up to his mistakes, but also a real man should really think before they act on something, because when you do something that can ruin your family, you can lose that good thing forever. And if that's a risk that you're willing to take, then more power to you. More power to you. But you can't get mad if the girl go and do tit for tat for you neither. Tit for tat with you either.
Why
Because
would you go tit for tat though?
I mean, you
Like
shouldn't.
that's
You
petty
really
as fuck.
shouldn't.
You shouldn't go tit for tat before you go tit for tat. You should leave. Exit
I'm not
stage
gonna
left.
do that. That's too much energy or whatever. When I could be putting that precious energy somewhere else,
Exactly.
especially on myself. But I'm just saying, some people will go tit for tat, and I'm just saying, as far as the dude goes, you cannot be mad. You can't. How how can you be mad when you did it first?
True.
Where do you get out being mad? Oh, you now you want to wear the pants? Oh, now you want to be looked up to? Now you want to get the hell out of here
Well,
once again. When and you know, females, if you do something wrong to your dude and he decide to stay with you, you know, vice versa, you cannot tell somebody how long to be upset with the action that you did. You can't tell me how to react. You can't tell me how long to be upset with you if I decide to stay. And you also have to understand, you need to, if I'm staying, you need to earn your way back. Like, you just can't. And that's the, I really think that's some dudes, I ain't gonna say all dudes or a lot of dudes, but some dudes think, and some girls might think that
you've
too.
been bashing dudes the whole time. Here you go.
I said some girls might do that too. Like, you know, y'all just think it's, oh, well, they said that we're gonna work on this. So I can go ahead and have sex with them. I can go ahead and, like, it's supposed to be just so easy. Some
Well, see, if you can get over a relationship that quick,
I would say the relationship, but I would
no,
say,
I'm just saying
oh,
from relationship perspective, if you can get over that quick, it's always been something there in the back of your mind when you was with that person.
what you,
So, hmm,
what you mean?
because it's like you never fully trust that person, or you never really had full intentions with that
So I
person.
mean, is it wrong for if whoever cheated on who, right?
Hmm.
So the person that got cheated on, is it wrong if they move on fast? And I mean,
Yeah, because you need self healing. You just was in a damaged situation. Why would you carry on when you got
so what do
damaged
you consider
goods?
to be fast? Like,
Like you dating somebody within the next month, 2 months.
that's fast.
Yeah, because that's damaged goods. You didn't figure out what went wrong in that relationship. You might sit there and blame the guy or the female, but it's still damaged goods that why y'all didn't happen in a relationship, because at the end of the day, that was a relationship. So something went wrong. So you need to find out what went wrong and to perfect that.
I don't think that you could tell somebody how quick they can move on. Now, I mean, now as far as, okay,
Okay, but
now I don't expect to see somebody, you did me wrong. I ain't about to move on the next week with somebody, but I feel like somewhere after a month or two, it's okay to start moving on.
okay,
Not saying I'm trying to be in a relationship, but it's nothing wrong after a month or two of me
okay,
breaking up. It's nothing wrong me possibly going on a date. Going on a date does not mean I'm with this person.
okay. But as far as going on a date, like, do you really have that confirmation in yourself as in they really did this because of me, or did they really did this because of
Like
their
how?
self? Like you need that middle ground to find out what actually happened.
But how long?
And
Like
when
they're just like trying to tell me how long I'm supposed to grieve over somebody when they die. I'm not trying to like bring it. I know they might be a little harsh of an example, but I don't necessarily need to take a long, long time. I mean, yeah, guarantee. With my last relationship, which was a failed marriage, yeah, I think I took like 6 months before I actually put myself back out there. Because for me, if I went all the way to get married to this person, I can only speak from my end. I truly was in love with that person. I really thought it was going to, take it all the way or whatever. And I just really need time because I cried a lot. But I'm just saying, 6 months might be extreme to some people. 6 months might be enough to some people. Some people take longer. Some people take shorter. Now, like I said, if we breaking up, I wasn't expecting to go out there and start dating somebody a week later or whatever. But I feel like after 2 months or whatever, I think it's perfectly fine to get yourself back out there.
but
I mean,
but did you feel like you was intact enough to handle another relationship at that point after being married?
no, because like I said, I was upset. Like I really
Okay,
had my heart
I
broken.
hold on. You said you had your heart broken, so you
Mm-hmm.
got back there on the scene. What if someone was to actually fall for you and wanted to do that same scenario again? Would you do it again?
What you mean, get married again?
Yeah.
Like after how long? You talking about after?
After y'all done probably talked for probably about 2, 3, 4 months.
So you saying okay? After I got out of my last situation,
Mm-hmm.
and like I told you, I waited like almost like 6 months before I put myself back out there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and I started talking to somebody, and they want to get married
A
after a
couple
few months.
months, yeah.
I'm not
You
doing
was
that again.
you was really feeling that person, and it was like, oh shit, we chopping it up real good.
I was.
So I'm feeling you, you feeling me. Shit, this feel a vibe, and as everybody like to say, I just want a chilling vibe now. What the fuck is a vibe?
People vibe off of people energies and stuff like that or whatever.
Ain't none of these. Yo, I'm
And
about to go fix me another drink, y'all. I'm sorry. Hold on. But she gonna still talk to y'all. What the fuck is a vibe? Like,
but I
you
mean,
don't know somebody vibe until you really
so
sit
like,
down and really chop it up with them.
but some people just have an aura about them that you could tell is either a yay or a nay for you. Like my sister. My sister just has an infectious aura about her. Now, I'm not saying people can automatically tell offhand that my sister Brittany is a good person, but Brittany has an inviting aura about her that makes your aura like want to be more interested in it or whatever. All right, and he is bike.
All right. I'm sorry, y'all. I had to go fix me another drink. So, my question to the situation right now is, which I hear a lot of people say, chivalry is dead. Is chivalry literally dead? Because I don't think it is. Which means,
But some people don't do what you do.
okay, and that's my whole question that I'm about to ask.
Okay.
So, a lot of people like to say chivalry is dead. So, far as chivalry goes, it means it's too much for me to open the door for my woman, or for me to take my woman out, or for me to hold my woman hand when I'm out in public. Is that really dead? Because I don't think it really is.
I mean, once again, I think it goes to, I can't even say how you were raised because some people might have been raised with the same
Some
parents,
people get raised
but
on
some
the
people are
same
just.
chivalry and they just forget it. And it's like,
How do you forget that as a man that if you want to be this way, then be that way. Open the doors or whatever. Some dudes don't do that. Some dudes don't get out and pump gas. Like when we have a son, if we have a son, he's
well,
you better open up your door for your mom,
it,
especially when you get old enough.
it is all on the guy though, and all how you talk. It's all in your head because at the end of the day, a lot of guys like to just hop out and expect for a female to open their own door, and a lot of females expect to open their own door because they wasn't raised on the same type of thing.
Some
And
people
when a
have to
guy,
teach they do.
hold on, but when a guy do it, they're like, no, I don't want you to open my doors because I've been in that situation before. I open doors everywhere I go, and it's like, yo, what the fuck is up with him? Why he open my doors? Like I can't open my own door.
Okay, and if you okay, it goes vice versa. Sometimes a girl has to teach a dude, and sometimes a dude has to teach a girl. Like it's okay for
But
a man to be a gentleman and open up the door for you. There's nothing wrong with that. I don't see nothing wrong with that. Sometimes, like I said, sometimes you gotta teach a dude. Like you gotta sit there and be like, whenever you ready to come get the door, I'll be sitting here waiting.
off topic, but this what to sound hella rude. But sometimes a new female, you gotta teach them how to suck dick, and that's the same thing almost. Yeah, it sounds hella wrong, but
No, it's not wrong.
at the end of the day, like you gotta teach certain people on what you want, or some people just grow up.
So you shouldn't say teach a female how to suck dick.
Shit,
You
you
have
gotta
to
teach
teach.
niggas how to eat pussy too sometimes.
Okay, but no, what I'm saying is okay. Whether they
Every
because they
female
might
is
have ate,
different.
they may have ate the box before and the girl may have sucked it before. But what I'm saying is sometimes you got to teach them how to please you. Like just because you're not eating pussy, that might not be how I want. You know, one monster to be a like I. I heard in this rap song, this girl said, "It's okay if you don't know how to eat pussy, just spell the alphabet."
What?
With your tongue, don't say it. And see you out here. Oh my gosh. Anyway, back on
How
the
does
top.
that equivalent to that?
Um, if you're on the click and you're spelling the alphabet, I mean, I've heard a lot of females say, if a dude don't know how to eat no pussy or whatever, just tell him to spell the alphabet with his tongue. And I mean,
Oh,
I know
so
we still a bit off topic, but real quick, some of y'all dudes really forget. I mean, for most girls, the click is where you need to stay.
not generally.
I didn't say for all girls. I did
For,
not say
but
not for all
you
girls.
specialize it for most girls because
That's just like I just said. It's not for all girls. So I'm talking about some girls, few girls,
different conversation,
but
stimulation, sexual stimulation. New topic, sexual stimulation. That's a hard one because some females like to go just lick the clit. Okay, you lick the clit. Some females just be like, fuck the shit out of me. Fuck the shit out of them. And some females be like, yo, lick the pussy from top to bottom. And the little thing in between the asshole and the thing. So everybody is different.
oh shit, oh damn.
And some niggas like eat this whole meat. And some niggas like only suck the tip. So it all depends on what you want.
And you can want different things at different parts of the I was about to say sexapade.
What? The fuck is that? Sexcapade. What the fuck?
But sometimes you want different things, different time. You know, sometimes you want different things during different times of intercourse with your partner. You know, sometimes you might want to fuck it up. Sometimes you might want to go slow. Sometimes you might want to eat the whole thing. Sometimes you want them just to lick the click. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that.
Nah, ain't nothing wrong with that at all. But
What retarded?
I already
Oh, that's a
butchered
bad
it.
word. Sorry. What?
Fuck you. But anyways, nonetheless, like literally, you just gotta know your partner, which intertwines with the whole thing that we was talking about. So sexually, physically, mentally, and mental is the best thing for a guy to learn with his female rather than being physical.
Why do you say that?
Because mentally, y'all females think a lot, and physically, us guys, you just shoot for it. And that's why it's best to learn all of them. So you know how to play. What the fuck are you doing?
Nothing.
But at the end of the day, it's best for you to learn your partner nonetheless, because that way you will never get cheated on or anything. You don't have to worry about your mate going, what's so funny about that?
Because for you to say you'll never get cheated on, some dudes have the total package at home and they still cheat.
Do they really? Because I'm quite sure in most relationships, when cheating happens, there's something lacking. Because
I
at,
don't think that's always the case. I
no,
think some
that's the
people.
case. Because if you lack on something and you know there's somebody out there that'll do it for you,
So you rather risk. No person is perfect, so that means relationships are imperfect. Okay,
exactly.
so you rather risk your partner that's not doing that one thing and go out here and go get it from somebody else and risk everything good and everything that you're building with that person at home.
Well,
I mean, then what's the point of sitting there learning and talking and having conversations, you know, when it gets to certain things or whatever? And I mean, at that point, if they don't understand, I mean, then yeah, you bring the thing like at this point, I'm getting to the point where I feel like we should part our ways because there is still no rhyme or reason, no medication or prescription or nothing that you can tell me that calls you to want to cheat.
well,
I don't. I just don't
anytime in a
get it.
relationship somebody cheat, there's something missing. Because
But I don't
it's
think that's
it,
always true.
it is true, because at the end of the day, why the fuck you think they cheating? Something missing. It's something that they ain't getting that they want.
But some dudes are just dogs. Some people just really want, and girls are just freaking dogs. Some people just want their cake and eat it too.
Well,
Some people just they feel like it's I ain't gonna talk about it. I ain't gonna say that person name. But some people are just dumb enough to deal with somebody that would just do whatever on them because they know that person's gonna take them back without a shadow of a doubt.
that's what stupidity plays in. After you done did it X amount of times and you keep taking that person back, like J. Cole say, fall on me once, two, that's on me. Third time, ain't no third time.
I don't know.
So,
I just at the end of the day, when it comes to double standards, especially when it comes to that cheating thing, there's just to me there is no reason that you can give this person right here, the reason that you cheated on somebody. Nothing. I don't give a damn. You can't give me no reason because if that's how you felt, baby, you should just let me alone, let me to go cry in my room or let me go
well, some,
whatever, however I'm gonna get through it. That's what you should have done. You should have left
well,
me alone.
well, see, some relationships are hard to leave. And we ain't even going to touch on that topic because that's for a different day. But some relationships are hard to leave because I understand people go through stuff and it get way too hard for both people to leave the situation.
Lord, I hope I don't never be in no shit like that.
And
I
what she
don't
was
know.
talking about earlier, that whole snap stuff, that's when it get way too hard to leave somebody. And you overlove somebody, and they overlove you, and something happens, and it's like something in your mind triggers. So,
I don't
but
think it's
uh,
hard to leave
but
nobody.
a lot of the times it's hard to talk about it when y'all want to sit there and break up. So that's why people actually snap, because you got a good thing here and you don't know how to deal with your demons, and that's why they end up snapping.
You ever watched the episode of Snap?
Yeah, I have. And what that shit called?
Or
For my
Fatal
man.
Attraction?
For my man.
And that's another one.
Yeah. And they made one called For My Woman too, when the guys went crazy.
I feel like ain't no relationship be hard to leave. If you want to leave, you feel like you done it over, you
It
done
shouldn't be hard to
exhausted
leave,
everything
but
you could, then get the heck on through.
everybody emotion is different. So why you keep playing with your
I
hair?
don't know, cause this piece right here just keep
Leave your
looking
hair
weird.
alone. But anyways, sometimes it might get difficult, but at the end of the day, sit down, talk about it, try to resolve it the way it need to be resolved. And this is our host.
King Evan E.
And I am Eric.
And thank you for joining us at another Tipsy Conversation. If you happen to find us on YouTube first, we do have an IG called Tipsy Conversation. Okay? And it was a pleasure speaking with y'all, being here this evening, this morning, afternoon, whenever you decided to watch us. Drop down a comment section and let us know what you think about today's episode. Also, if you have any drink recipes that you want us to try, preferably the strong drinks.
No.
My sister, the other host that's not here this evening, likes sweet drinks. That'll still get you.
But once again, I am Eric, ERD 3248 at Tipsy Conversation. And y'all can write me any questions, any comments that y'all need to tell me. Once again, y'all can find me on the YouTube page. Y'all can comment whatever y'all want to. Let us know.
All right. Bye.
Bye. We love y'all.